Skye Squad? It's your boy DJ Richie Skye. We are back in the building. And today we're going to be talking about a couple of things. We got Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We're going to do a quick mini recap from last night's episode. Then we're also going to be talking about Erica Mena, what's going on with her and Safari, okay? And then Porsha is going to be telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Find out when in just 1 second. Now, before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell button. Okay. And join the texting community so I can send you guys a text message as soon as the new video drops. As soon as it drops. Side note, I think it comes out today. Okay. And if I can find a link, I'll put it in the description down below. But your boy did an interview on the B. Scott podcast this week. We're talking about Atlanta. We're talking about Potomac. We talk about Beverly Hills. We get some tea spilled. I learned so much. I had a blast. It is a hilarious episode. So super excited to be able to work with B. Scott and the whole crew. It was insane, and I hope I can go back at some point in time. So B. Scott, thank you for having me on your podcast. Listen, it was an honor and a pleasure. Now, with that being said, let's get into the topics of today, okay? Now, first things first, let me know in the chatterization. I know we not live, but you can still let me know. Let me know if you watched last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, episode 2. Let me tell y'all something. Overall, let me know what you would rate this episode. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I would rate it, and I'm going to give it a 10. Yes, I'm going to give it a 10. The first 10 of the season, and it's only episode 2. Let me tell you why, okay? It had everything that I didn't even know I needed, okay? First things first, new housewife, Crystal Minkoff. Let me tell you something. That package with her and her family, why did we learn more about her in 5 minutes than we did in Erica Jane in the past several seasons that she's been on this show, okay? And did y'all catch the irony of them playing her song, It's Expensive to Be Me, as they were going into her package, showing her wardrobe and her goods and whatnot? Given the context of what she's going through in real time, I was like, ooh, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills editors, y'all are shady boots, okay? Shady boots. And we start the episode off with a conversation between Garcelle and Kyle, and right off the jump, Garcelle jumps right in and basically says, listen, last year when you called me out about not donating the money to your charity after I had raised my paddle or whatever, would you have done that to the white women on this show? And Kyle, sat there and was like open mouth. And then Garcelle went into this explanation about the ramifications of that insinuation. You know what I'm saying? For black people in general, and specifically as a black woman working in Hollywood. And you know what I loved about this? Kyle just listened. She listened. She absorbed it. She took it in. She apologized. And they were able to move forward. This is what I like to see. You know what I'm saying? It felt good that Garcelle was able to express that about herself. Kyle listened, took it in, and learned something new. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like if we could have more conversations like that versus what happened with Crystal and Sutton, I mean, listen, come on now. Then we get a cast trip to Tahoe in episode 2. Come on now, I was so here for this. So doggone here for that and Kathy Hilton and her wacky doodle crazy self. I'm like, where y'all been hiding Kathy for these past 11 seasons, okay? Because Kathy is a whole Kiki moment in and of herself. And then we get this conversation with Garcelle and Lisa, where Garcelle is trying to understand where Lisa's coming from. And Lisa is basically telling her without saying it, girl, I am a mess. I'm messy. And you're just going to have to deal with it. But what I like that you're doing now is you're telling me to my face how you feel. And to me, I felt like what she was trying to do was she was trying to tell Garcelle, this is who I am. I'm doing this for the show. You cannot trust me. But then it's up to you to determine what your boundaries are. And Garcelle was just sitting there shocked. But at the end of the day, I felt like, Garcelle, you stated your case. Now you know where you stand with her. They were juxtaposing that with the conversation with Sutton and Crystal, where they were recapping Garcelle's conversation with Kyle. And then Crystal was trying to tell them, like, well, yeah, these conversations are important to have, especially as women of color. These are the experiences. And as soon as she's about to go into that, Sutton's like, no, I'm not having this conversation about, you know, race and this, that, and the third, and what, whoop, 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 whoop. Completely the opposite of the way Kyle reacted to Garcelle and just listened. It was like Sutton was trying to shut the conversation down, and Crystal was like not having it. She was not having it. She was like, please tell me you the type of person that don't see color, okay? And the way she said it, I was like, ooh, this about to be a thing right here. So we're gonna have to wait and see till next week what happens. But this episode was juicy, and I could not be more excited. Actually, I might watch it again. Meanwhile, let's move on to that good Erica Mena, okay? Now, according to the TMZ, Erica Mena of Love and Hip Hop fame is filing from divorce. Okay, she filing for divorce from that good Safari. Now, it was just the other week that they was posed up together doing baby announcements and whatnot and such. But about a couple of weeks or months before, they was talking about, you know, moving along from each other and doing this, that, and the third. And listen, she done cursed Wendy Williams out for trying to give her some sage advice about raising a baby with this man. And so to me, it's a shock, but not a shock, okay, that she has filed for divorce from Safari. Now, I don't know. Listen, I just feel like this. If y'all don't leave us alone with this, if you don't leave us alone with this madness and just get on and cut to the chase with this divorce, Erica, you'll find somebody else. You'll find somebody new. Safari, I'm sure it'll be easy for him to find somebody new too. Y'all both got the OnlyFans. Y'all both making some coin. At the end of the day, just move on and stop torturing all of us with this back and forth. Now, according to TMZ, she filed last Friday. Now, she's also asking for primary physical custody of their daughter. And she's willing to share joint legal custody. She's also requested child support. Okay, so he gonna have to pay up an exclusive use of the home that they share in Metro Atlanta. Okay, now, I wonder if they're gonna be filming any of this for next season on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Can y'all imagine Erica Mena on that good Real Housewives of Atlanta? Something wrong with me. Anyway, I wonder if this is gonna be filmed for next season on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Okay, now you know a lot of them people are from the Love and Hip Hop franchise are over into the Dubai for Yandy's real wedding to Mr. Mandisi's. Okay, so that's what a lot of them are right now. You look online, you'll see. Moving on, let's talk about Porsha. The Pursuit of Porsha, okay? The Pursuit of Porsha, it comes out in November, y'all. It comes out in November, and here we have our first look at the cover, okay? We got our first look at the cover of Porshas New Book, The Pursuit of Porsha, okay? Now, let me go ahead and tell you, I like the look of it. It's very simple. It's very clean. I like that she did the short hair. I kind of feel like that's the mood and the moment for her right now with this look. It looks just crystal clean and clear. And it's giving me, it's giving me the color palette of the promo shots for the Real Housewives of Atlanta from this past season. Okay, except that she's wearing white and the lettering is black. But the color scheme is somewhat similar to me, I think, because I'm colorblind. But it looks similar to me, except again for what she's wearing. Now, here's what she said when she posted the caption on Instagram. She says, "You may know my story, but you don't know my whole story. Spotlights leave some things in the shadow. Sound bites, headlines, and rumors share only what sells. But there is so much more, and I finally get to share it with you in my book. I wrote a book. Hashtag The Pursuit of Porsha releases in November." Now, we had previously known this from last year when it was posted in People. She says, inside I take you back to the beginning, long before the television cameras came my way. Growing up, finding faith, looking for love, searching for happiness. I get real about it all to give you a first-hand look at how I grew into my power and my purpose, and to help you find your purpose too. Or to help you find your rich millionaire too, hopefully. Come on, give it to us in the manifesto, girl. Anyway, she says, check out the link in my bio to pre-order your copy today of The Pursuit of Porsha. She says, P.S. there will be a huge book tour. Now, fiance, who I'm sure will be a husband at the time of publishing of this book in November, because, you know, they plan on having about 3 weddings. 3 weddings! 3 weddings! She said it on the Dish Nation podcast show, or whatever you call it. You know, and I forget the distinction between the 3 of them, but I think one of them may be a traditional African wedding. Okay. I don't know why it's 3, but she said 3, and then she said 3 weddings and a funeral for the haters. Okay, so the funerals, y'all can go ahead and get your caskets ready, okay? Whoever you may be. Anyway, Simon also shared his fiance's excitement, okay? He shared in the excitement about this post. He said this: very proud to share with you Porshas new book cover, which is out now. Pre-order link can be found in my bio. Porsha has taken the time to share her vulnerability with us and then some. It takes tremendous courage to travel this road in a very public way. This is one of many character traits I find endearing about Porsha. Hope you find the time to purchase a copy and read. We can all learn from each other's life journey. Yes, indeed, we can. Hopefully, you know, listen, hopefully, you know, she's giving advice about how to find a millionaire. Get him where you can. Get him where you can. I, for one, will be reading the book. Maybe we'll review it on the channel. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to read. I think reading is fundamental. It's good for your spirit, good for your soul. Hopefully we'll learn something. What I want to learn is the backstory about how this whole situation happened with Simon. Hopefully that's in the book too. Give it to us, girl. Give it to us. Okay, that's what we really want to know. Because if you're saying that you're giving us the whole story, well, I mean, what have we gotten thus far? I want to know the whole thing. Give me the whole shebang. I want to know that too. Anyway, y'all let me know if you're going to be getting Porsha's book. Let me know if you saw The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And if you are finally, I mean, listen, I don't relish in anybody getting a divorce, but I do relish the end of a story that keeps going back and forth. And hopefully this will be the end and they can both move on to their respective corners of OnlyFans and get what they need to get done. I'm talking about Erica and Safari. Anyway, with that being said, that's all we got for y'all today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell button. Y'all know what's up. We're going to catch y'all in the next video.